Because yesterday they were not able
Yeah.
to.
Yes, it's 100%. And anyway, because it's blood here.
No, it should show if this blood. It should show the mark.
Yes, yes.
The flash mark.
Yeah, actually, yes. Actually, this was not blood yesterday. It was gallon.
Oh.
Yes. Now both are blood.
But it is showing, right? It shows there, right?
But as
flash.
it's already on 100%, so
No.
it's not showing here.
No, it should show the.
Yes,
Yeah.
lightning. Yes. Quoi? C'est un travail d'équipe, on a réussi. Allez voir. Tu prends l'harmonium là? Non, on va peut-être chanter.
I'm choosing one, just one second. You don't have many options. Now you have only this book, huh? This two.
No, we have many others. We have English books also. Yeah.
Okay. So you want me to sing something simple or something maybe different than this book?
As you like, Maharaj. As you like. You propose and then we try to find different books. Ça c'est... Laisse ouvert ou comment là? Y'a quelqu'un dans la cuisine? Ok.
Vandegi Girivaradhana Palakamanam.
Oh yes, this is in the book. Yes. Huh? Oh, this is... Wait. Vandegi Shkamba Palakamanam. Oh yeah, we don't have it.
Ça, it's in this book, regarde s'il est dans ce livre-là.
Vandegi...
Nanda Gopal, Mridana you play?
Vandegi... No. Yeah, mais il n'y est pas.
Il est là, il est à 50.
It's not even here. Non, c'est un autre.
C'est pas Vendée Jean-Marc? Non.
Okay, I will choose another one
Oh,
then.
il y va.
Hein?
I will choose another one.
Il est pas dans. Il est pas dans celui-là.
Jaya Jaya Sundarananda Kumara.
Ah,
Ah,
celui-là, il est dans le rose.
so you see, it's not even in this one.
C'est dans
Alors, qu'est-ce qu'il m'a dit? Tu prends l'harmonium pour lui dire quoi? Parce que Maharaj il va chanter. Ça commence comment?
Jaya Jaya Sundara Nanda Kumar. Jaya Jaya Sundara Nanda Kumar. Jaya Jaya Sundara Nanda Kumar. Jaya Sundara Nanda Kumar. Saurabha Santata Vrindavana Tata. Saurabha Santata Vrindavana Vita Vasanta Bihar. Vita Vasanta Bihar. Jaya Jaya Sundara Nanda Kumar. Jaya Oya Pina Vakutmala Gucha Samujala. Pina Vakutmala Gucha Samujala. Om Chita कुन्तलभार प्राणै जाने रीता वन्दन सहाकृता चूर्णित वरधन जय जय सुन्दर नन्द चतुला दिगांशला रचित रासोचला राधा मदन विकार राधा भुवना विमोहना मंजुलनार्तना गतिवर्गित मणिहार जय जय सुन्दर नन्द आधर विराजित नन्दतरा स्मिता लोभित निज परिवार निज बलभजन सूरि सनातन चित विहार जय जय सुन्दर नन्द नंद कुमार जय यशोदा कुमार नंद कुमार जय यशोदा कुमार कृष्ण हे कृष्ण हे कृष्ण Mahamantra? Not today. Maybe tomorrow.
Non, on vient juste. Non, on vient juste dernier ça. Vas-y.
Hare
Om Ajnanathimirantasya Jnananjanam Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadavaktaya Namo Namaha Narayanam Gurum Vande Sharanyam Bhakta Bandhavam Gauramanubhishtam Purnam Radhadasyam Pradayakam Rupanugacharya Varyam Rupamanjari Prishtakam Patita Pavana Karuniyam Yugacharya Narayanam Vancha Kalpataruyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaura Tuise Namaha Shama Sundara Shikanda Shikara Ismira Hasara Murali Manohara Radhikara Sikamam Kripanide Swapriya Charana Kinkarim Kuru Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Brindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vrindai Tulasi Devyai Priyai Keshava Sacha Krishna Bhakti Prade Devi Satyavatyai Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So first of all, I begin offering my most humble obeisances to the dust of the lotus feet of Paramaraja Shri Guru Pada Padmo, Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Vishnu Pada Paramahamsa Parivrajaka Charya, Ashtotara Sata Shri Srimad Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj Srila Gurudeva. And to my most worshipful Shiksha and Sannyasa Guru Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Vishnu Pada Ashtotara Sata Shri Srimad Srila Bhakti Vijnana Bharati Goswami Maharaj. And to all Shri Rupanuru Gauriya Guru Varga, to all the Gandhi Sannyasis, Brahmacharis, Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis, and to all the assembled devotees here today, my respectful obeisances. So by the causeless mercy of Srila Gurudeva and now Mahabhagavata's Acharyas, we are able to assemble here one more time. So today we will continue describing some very beautiful pastimes of Krishna in Vrindavan. From yesterday, we heard about the qualities of Krishna's blanket, right? Krishna's chadar. So, still one pastime is remaining regarding Krishna's blanket, so we are going to start from that point. And then afterwards, I will describe different pastimes of Krishna stealing butter. Very sweet and not very known pastimes, not so well, told pastimes. Very often told pastimes. So to begin today, there is a saying that the Lord accepts ordinary things and turn them into extraordinary things. Means whatever Krishna uses, no matter how much ordinary or useless that thing may be, as soon as Krishna uses it, it becomes extraordinary. We can name Krishna's flute. There's a piece of bamboo that anyone could make or could also play. We can also think about Krishna's peacock feather. That is just a feather of a peacock. That it's on the ground. There are so many. It's a very common thing in Vrindavan. And anyone can also put or wear it. And it's not special because of that. But if Krishna uses it, then it becomes very special. So in the same way, Krishna's blanket also becomes very special. And not only that, our very selves, we ordinary people become also extraordinary and very important and very special if we are counted among Krishna's devotees, right? If Krishna is using us in His service, then we are no longer ordinary persons. We become also extraordinary. So in this way, anyone that approaches Krishna, be it an object or a person, or any creature, we will no longer be useless and ordinary. It will actually become the most valuable commodity, the most valuable thing in this world. So that is the greatness of God. God is great, God is extraordinary, and He can make anything also great and extraordinary. So, Jai Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam. So yesterday we heard different pastimes of Krishna with his blanket. The last one was how Durvasa Muni, he found Krishna's blanket in the forest, right? And he accepted it because he knew that is Krishna's Brahmana. That's no longer an ordinary chadar. Now this is Krishna's chadar. All right. Srila Narahari Chakravarti Thakur, he describes the most famous and beautiful pastime of Krishna crossing the Manasi Ganga in a boat with the gopis. So the whole pastime has nothing to do with blanket. I'm going to describe the pastime anyway. But it begins with Krishna disguised as a boatman, covered, wrapped in his blanket, pretending to be sleeping on the bank of Manasi Ganga at the dock, where the boats are there, waiting for people. So, how Manasi Ganga appeared? It appeared from the time that Nanda Maharaja decided to go to Ganga, to the river Ganga, for pilgrimage, to take bath. But Krishna, he said, no, this is too far. And by Krishna's desire only, Ganga Devi appeared from his mind in Vrindavan only. So therefore this is called Manasi Ganga. So then, Manasi Ganga, it is a expansion of original Ganga. Because all the holy places of the whole world are present in Vrindavan. So actually Vrindavan is the source actually of all the holy places. We sometimes think that the holy places have some type of representation in Vrindavan, but actually they are, their source is Vrindavan only. But it just appears that they are outside, that they are coming from outside. So one day, Sri Radha and her gopis friends, they are carrying big pots of yogurt, of milk, of butter, and they plan to take a boat to cross the Manasi Ganga and go to Mathura for selling that. So then when they came to the dock, they did not find any boatman so far. It was completely empty. And they were looking to each other, becoming, disappointed, because they want to cross at any cost. They have so many products with them. So, but then, as soon as they decide to leave that place, they hear a sound from inside of a boat, like someone making some type of yawning sound. Then Radha, she became alert. And then she says to one of her girlfriends, we'll go and check that from where this sound is coming. Then immediately one gopi went, and then she looked, and then she found that actually there was a boatman sleeping, covered by the blanket. And he was snoring deeply. And then Sri Radha says, hey, you can call him, you can try to wake him up. And then the gopis, they begin to call, boatman, boatman, but no response. Radharani, she clears her voice like this, and then she speaks louder, boatman, but no answer. Then she says, Lalita, please call him. So Lalita, she is very bold. She's always very strong. Then what she did, she pulled the blanket off and said, hey, boatman, the Queen of Vrindavan is here and she wants to cross. What are you doing? Sleeping like this. And then Krishna is very slowly, he's, moving his, his arms, and he's standing, he's sitting, he's rubbing his eyes. But he's this guy. No one understands this is Krishna. So then he says, oh, what do you want? Why do you wake me up like this? Better you come later. Better you come tomorrow. I'm too tired. I've worked the whole day. Now I don't want to take anyone across. Please come tomorrow. And then again he lies down and covers himself in his blanket. But rather she noticed actually the hands of the boatman. There was no calluses. It was a very soft and clean hand. Not like the hand of someone who rows every day for the whole day. Like that. So that turned some light on her head. So what kind of boatman is that? But anyway, that's what we have for now. And we have to convince him, to go and take us across. So then, finally Lalita, she again called him and said, look, you have no idea of the privilege that you have to serve the Queen of Vrindavan. And plus we have here so many delicious products that we're going to take to Mathura for selling. So we are very chaste and pious girls. We are hard workers. So please, don't you have any compassion in your heart? So please take us across. So then, after so much discussion, they came to an agreement. And the payment for the transportation of the gopis would be the remnants of Haridev's prasad. So, sugar, butter, curd, and everything. So Krishna, he accepted as a payment. So as the gopis, they began to board the boat with so many heavy pots, actually made out of gold. He describes all the pots were pure golden pots. Krishna say, hey, this boat is too small for all of you and all these pots. Better if we will take half. First I take half of the group, then I come back, I take another half of the group. Then Radharani says, no, I will never accept this. I will never be separate from my girlfriends. We will take everything at once. And Krishna says, I don't think this is a good idea. But if you insist, then we will try. So after loading everything, Krishna pushes the boat off the dock, and very slowly he begins to row the boat, and singing a song, of a boatman and his sweetheart in a very romantic evening, afternoon, boating in the Yamuna, things like that. And Radharani is watching, very suspicious. She's sensing something wrong, It's very uncommon type of boatman. Then everything was going on nicely until Krishna reaches the middle of the river. Actually, Manasi Ganga is actually a river. Nowadays it's just a lake. But at that time it was a river like. So, Krishna suddenly he stopped. And then he take his turban and start to look, everything around. Then Radharani say, hey boatman, why did you stop? What happened? And with a very grave voice, Krishna he replied, hey dear Braja Gopis, I am very tired and hungry. You woke me up after a very hard day's work, and before even I could eat something, you pushed me to row this boat, and I told you this boat is overloaded, so I have to do overwork, I have to do so much hard endeavor. So, if I don't put anything in my belly, I won't be able to roll you across. This is too much for me. So please share some of your products with me. And Radharani, she tries to persuade him and convince him to go, continue empty stomach anyway. And they threatened him, they spoke very, strong words. But Krishna was, very stubborn. And he said, no, I must eat before. Then they say, okay, you can take whatever you need, but quickly eat and take us across. And what Krishna did? He ate everything at once. And the gopis, they became shocked. They said, how is it possible? What we are going to now take for our selling in the market? What are we going also to offer to Haridev? You have taken everything like this. And then Krishna says, better you don't complain about anything. Otherwise, I will not be able even to reach the other side. But after eating so much, I have to take a break. I have to take a nap. And if two of you can massage my feet, and two of you can massage my hands, maybe I can sleep faster, and we can resume faster. And they very furious, looking to each other. What type of boatman is this? But now we are here in the middle of the river, nowhere to go, nothing to do, we have to fulfill his desires. And then Lalita says, furious, boatman, unless you start rowing right now, you hold you by your hands and feet and toss you overboard into the river. So now, get up. So after a very quick break of massage and nap, then again Krishna, he resumed his, rowing. Then, just a few moments after that, a very big storm approached. Very dark thunderclouds approached. And now so much wind, waves in the river, boat is shaking from this side, from that side. Then Krishna is saying, Brajagopis, you see, I warned you. You are all very heavy, and water is coming inside of my boat. We have to release some weight. So all these heavy pots you have to throw in the river. Then the gopis very reluctant. See, how can we throw these golden pots? So you have, this is golden pot or your life, what do you choose? Then they had no option. So they begin to take all the golden pots and throw in the river. But still so much water is coming. And they are very worried. And now Krishna says, this is still very heavy. You have to remove all your bangles, all your heavy clothes you have to throw in the river also. And then they say, what nonsense is this? You want us to be naked here? He said, that's the only option. You wear very heavy clothes, very heavy bracelets and ornaments. This is too heavy. You have to throw it. Then they threw it. And then, now Krishna says, ladies, the only way to keep this boat floating is if you yourself begin to remove this water out. And then the gopis say, but you made us throw the pots. We could have used the pots for taking the water out. So how can we remove this water now? And at that point, Radharani, she began to feel very guilty. She said, oh, what situation have I put all my, gopis in? We could have waited, we could have done half, but I was stubborn. I wanted to push and go at once. This is all my fault. Now all our lives are in danger. All my gopis are suffering, they are distressed. So, and then she also thought, we might die. And if we die, and if I die, I won't be able to see Krishna again. Oh, this is the worst day of my life. And then rather she has no more, hope. And she just begin to cry out for the boatman, "Hey boatman, please save us, please save us." And then what she did is she embraced the boatman and say, "Boatman, please save us, please save us." Then she felt like she was struck by lightning, and she looked up to see if, some lightning came from the clouds, but nothing was there. And then she did not understand what happened. And what Krishna did, Krishna pushed her even closer and locked her in his arm. And then, actually, that lightning was the touch of Radharani and Krishna's body together. Then when Radharani understood that actually this boatman is Krishna, what she did, she looked behind his back and she took his flute. And when she took his flute, she pointed the flute to the sky and said, "This storm must stop right now." And then the sky was clear at once. In this way, now Krishna, he tried to continue embracing Srimati Radhika, but she pushed him off. Say, "What nonsense you are! What a clever person you have arranged for all this and put us in such a distress." Then Krishna said, "Don't worry, I will take you across." Then in the middle there was an island, and they all stopped in an island. And after pacifying Radharani, Krishna and the gopis, they enjoy very nice pastimes in that beautiful island. They stroll around, they collected fruits, they were taking rest. But now Radharani said, "Now it's time to go. Please take us across." So when they came back, that was no longer that ordinary simple boat. Now it was a most beautiful, opulent and decorated boat. So Radha and Krishna, they were lying in a very beautiful, soft bed, and the gopis, they were doing different sevas around. Some were singing, some were fanning, some were giving them prasadam, and some were even actually rowing the boat. So this is like this is the way how they finally reach the other bank, and they enjoy very beautiful boat pastimes. All right. Now, very funny and beautiful pastimes of Krishna stealing butter in Vrindavan. In this regard, Srila Rupa Goswami Pad, he writes in Padavali that a dark complexioned thief has stolen my heart. Look, he has already stolen the sins of the surrendered devotees, the life breath of Putana, the bracelets and garments of the young gopis, and the eyes and hearts of the saintly devotees. Awakened at dawn by the sound of Jagat being churned, Krishna steadily entered the gopis' home, blew out the lamps, and stole a handful of butter. I pray that the child Krishna may always protect me. So he's praying for the butter thief to always protect him. This is Rupa Goswami's prayer, very beautiful prayer. Now, we are going to read from Ananda Vrindavan Champu. I think you have over there.
Yes.
I saw yesterday, So, first I'm going to describe the whole scenario and the whole type of situation that Krishna makes by this stealing of the butter, But rather than being upset, all the gopis, they actually feel the greatest pleasure and bliss by having Krishna stealing butter in their home. They just pretend to be anger, just to create a type of conflict. And you know why conflict is so important? Because only in conflict there is rasa. Rasa can only appear in conflict. If there was no conflict, there was no place for rasa to manifest. So you can understand that all Leelas, in Braj especially, they will be full of conflicts. Ram Leela also full of conflict. Nrsimhadev's Leela with conflict. Every time some conflict must be there. Why Lord Narayan is not displaying so many wonderful Leelas? Because in his mood there is not much conflict. Because his mood is very neutral type. This is Shantaras. There is no conflict for Shantaras. Understand? Conflicts begin from little bit of Dasya, but mostly Sakya Vatsalya and Madhurya. Otherwise, there is nothing to relish and to taste. So, although the Vraja Gopis, they are very happy. They experience like the greatest pleasure when Krishna comes to steal butter in their houses. Still, they have to show anger. They have to show that they are displeased, dissatisfaction, because that creates the whole, entity for the pastime. So, one day, in the mix of love and anger, some gopis came to Jashoda to complain about Krishna stealing butter in their houses. And they say, "Oh Queen of Vrindavan, Jashoda, in the future you will suffer for the mischievous acts of your son. Although now your son is like a young sprout with tender leaves. Already he is disrupting the whole creation. But be careful. In the future, when this tender sprout grows into a tree full of leaves and branches, he will bring you tremendous pain. Now your boy's adventures are just beginning, but by nature they are forever expanding. Your son's naughty behavior will soon destroy our whole village. We have no idea what mischief he will do next." So the gopis are warning. If you don't chastise this boy, if you don't educate this boy, things will be much worse in future. Then the gopis say, before our cows have been milked, he goes in the Goshala, unties the calves, and let them drink the whole milk before we are even able to milk the cows. And if someone tries to rebuke him, what he does? He simply smiles very sweetly, and that person automatically forgets about his misdeeds. He uses his natural effulgence to easily find our butter in a dark room. He has no need to light any type of lamp. By his own bodily effulgence, he can enter and he can find anything around. Then, instead of eating everything by himself, what he does? He calls the monkeys, he calls the mangoes, the pigeons, and he starts feeding all of them. And then becomes a big mess in the room. And he throws the pots around, he breaks the pots. If he would just steal some handful of butter and run away, what was the harm? We would be not complaining at all about it. But he does so many, other things that are unnecessary just to disturb us. And then, if the pot is very high, what he does? He stacks different pots and he climbs and he stands upon this and extends his arm to grab. Sometimes even climb the shoulder of his friends. So, and immediately, if by chance someone captures him, what he does? He twists the hand of that person and he yells back, "Hey, stay where you are. If you come closer, I will give you even more trouble by teasing your babies and making them cry." So he goes and he pinches the babies and the babies start crying. And if someone calls him, "Hey thief, stop," he becomes angry and he shouts. He says, "You are a thief, I'm not a thief." This house is mine. Everything is mine. Everything belongs to me. Actually, you are the thief. And no one understands anything. Why he saying that everything is his? Huh? And then, also, when in the morning we spread this fresh layer of clay and cow dung in front of the door of the house, this is the common practice in the muddy houses, That time was all mud floor, right? So if you go to Bengal, to these days you have mud houses there, and they have to keep putting layers of, clay, especially at the doorway, because it goes away as people are passing. Also inside, time to time, around the house. So they mix clay, water, and cow dung, and they keep, applying, yeah. So the house will not go away, otherwise you lose your house after some time. All the clay will dry and start becoming powder, and it goes, So when we apply this layer of clay out of our house, and we put very beautiful paintings of mandala with rice powder, this rangoli it calls, right? Krishna, he goes there, he steps on it, and he makes a big mess, and he spoils everything. And then he takes that dirt, that fresh dirt, and he throws in the walls. What a mess! But why he has to do all these things? And not only that, in front of you, he seems to be very innocent. But from behind, you don't know how much evil he's doing. He steals our food, he speaks harsh words, and he becomes angry and greedy. In this way, the Braja Gopis, they pretend to be angry and upset, and they tell everything to Jashoda. Many complaints. But actually, all these pranks that Krishna plays, it brings a lot of joy to their hearts, and actually, they feel the most transcendental bliss. But in front of everyone, when Krishna is being accused in front of his mother, what he does? He feigned innocence and he shed false tears. Do you know how to identify false tears? The false tear is cold and the real tear is warm. So if you want to check the child if she's crying or not, for sure, you take the tears and feel the temperature. If it's cold tears, she is pretending. It's not the real tears. It's not suffering. But if it's warm, then this is real crying. We call this tears of crocodile, right? You have also this expression in French, right? Yes. So, like that. But now, Krishna, he defend himself. He responds to the charges of the gopis. And then Krishna says, Mother, none of these ladies have any affection in their hearts. They're not speaking a single word of truth. Actually, they are all liars and have given up their human dignity. This is how formal Krishna is speaking, how serious he is speaking. Krishna says, whenever I see them or their sons, I feel so happy. And because of their natural affection that I have for them, I go to their homes every morning at sunrise. After Krishna come from, after Rasa Lila at night, then before going home, he visits the gopis, because the gopis, they are very early churning. Even before sunrise, they're already churning, they work very hard. They don't wake up late. They wake up before sunrise, they begin to churn very early. Otherwise, the products will also spoil. It becomes sour as well. So things has a proper time. So before going home, to pretend to sleep there, Krishna visits the houses. At that time, he is stealing butter. Very early morning. Because Jashoda, she only checked Krishna's room little later on, after sunrise. But at sunrise, Krishna is still in the house of the gopis. So then, Jashoda now she's saying, and then, then Krishna is saying, that, oh, mother, don't believe them. Whatever they are saying, this is completely lie. So Krishna, he begins to sob and to cry. And then automatically Yashoda, she feels, like compassionate. And then she takes Krishna, put Krishna on her lap. And then he said, you gopis, you're all telling lies, Yashoda said. How is it possible that my Krishna, this very innocent child, is doing all this nonsense that you are describing to me right now? How is it possible? Look at him. He's just a small baby boy. And then, I think you have scolded my son enough. Now, better you go your home. Better you go home. So then, Rohini, she came, and then she applied tilak to the foreheads of the gopis. She did a little bit pacify them, worship them, did puja, and send them back home. Okay, now they are pacified, they're okay, no problem. But after the gopis left, what Yashoda did? She's very expert, in all types of arguments and and also etiquette and many things like this. And then she spoke to Krishna. Said, my son, because of greed, you perform many improper acts in the homes of our friends. Although in your own home such behavior is acceptable, in the home of another it is totally unacceptable. Oh my beautiful boy, these deeds of yours were not good at all. From now on, just stay here and play. So, and then after she caressed him, she stroked him very lovingly to pacify him. At that moment, Nanda Maharaj enters the room. Very effulgent, very big, very bright and fair. Then Nanda Maharaj say, hey, Vatsa. Vatsa is how we call Krishna. Vatsa means boy. Vatsa also means calf. And there is a very nice, actually, explanation that Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur gives for the pastimes of the Vatsasur. I'm going to describe this pastime later on, maybe in coming days. I want to give one special seminar or presentation about kama, about lust. This is called kama, from lust to divine love. In that, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, he explains that this Vatsasura Lila, means the calf demon, actually explains about the anartha of lust. Then there are many nice things that he explains. That's why Vatsa means boy, because lust enters when you are in a boyhood. Lust comes after the boyhood, in a like pre-teenage, time. When you are a boy, you have no lust. So later I will explain all these things, not now, but this is a very nice explanation about this Vatsa. So this is how Nanda Maharaja is addressing Krishna. So he says, hey Vatsa, come, sit on my lap. So leaving Yashoda's lap, Krishna climbed on Nanda Maharaja's lap and wrapped his arm around his father's neck. And then Krishna said softly, why is mother chastising me for nothing? Baba, why is mother chastising me for nothing? And Nanda Maharaj is saying, Yashoda, why are you chastising Krishna? What happened? What is all about? Then Krishna said, Mother, now tell everything to father. Everything you told me, now you tell to father. Then Yashoda, she began to tell Nanda Maharaj all the complaints of the gopis and everything. Then Nanda Maharaj said, my son is faultless. He has not done anything wrong. I always see him behaving nicely. And How can you accuse him of doing anything wrong, any type of misbehavior? My son is like a jewel. And actually, you should be punished. He says to Yashoda, you should be punished. You can never blame Krishna for that, for anything. Then Nanda, he rebuked Yashoda and comforted Krishna by saying, my darling son, just stay in my lap and do not go anywhere else. But because Krishna, he is very clever, he is very naughty, at once he jumped out of Nanda Maharaj's lap and he climbed to Yashoda's lap to pacify her. And then he embraced her and gave her a kiss, and everyone was laughing. So this is the end of this pastime. So this is just a general scenario of the stealing butter in Vrindavan. But there is a very nice another pastime of stealing butter, also from Ananda Vrindavan Champu, that says that one night Krishna was at the courtyard outside of the house, hot night. Yashoda and other gopis there around Krishna, just watching. He's there playing by himself, doing something. He was young, he was very, very small, maybe 3, 4, 5 years old. Then Krishna is seeing in the sky, just like this, like the moon. Beautiful, white, shining, full moon. And Krishna, he becomes attracted to that. And he begins to cry and point. Then Yashoda, she tells one gopi, you go and check what Krishna wants. Then the gopi approaches Krishna and asks, Krishna, what is happening? What is happening? What do you want? He said, I want that very condensed and white butter. And the gopis say, oh Krishna, this is not butter. Actually, this is a flying swan gliding on the lake of the sky. And Krishna say, oh, a white flying swan? Okay, bring it to me. I want to play with him. Then another gopi comes and say, no, Krishna, this is not for playing. We cannot bring him down. And then he's crying, he's kicking his legs against the ground, he's beating the ground and saying, I want that, I want that. Then Yashoda comes and picks him and say, hey Krishna, what is the problem? Do you want some fresh butter that I made? No, I don't want your butter, I want that butter. Then Yashoda says, no, Krishna. This is actually, this butter is actually not for us to eat. Say, why not? You see those black spots? This is poison. Say, poison? Well, how poison comes? I thought only snakes have poison. How moon can have poison? And then Yashoda say, I'll tell you the story. Once the demons and the demigods, they churned the milk ocean. And then the moon came out of that milk ocean. In the same way, poison also came out. Very strong poison called Kalakuta. It was also produced. So because the moon came from that ocean of poison also, some drops came in the moon. So that moon means that butter, we cannot eat it. And then, now Yashoda, she explained how snakes became poisonous. Then she says, after this poison came out, Lord Shiva, he drank everything to protect the whole world. But some drops were like spitting out, when he was drinking. So the snakes around Shiva's body, they were drinking these small drops. So nothing will touch the ground. So from that time on, snakes, they began to be poisonous. Before, poison was not there, was only in the milk ocean. And then Krishna say, wow, but mother, how many cows were needed to make an ocean of milk? And Yashoda, she laughed and said, no Krishna, this ocean of milk was not made by cows. Say, Mother, how is it possible? How you can have an ocean of milk without cows? Yashoda said, yes. The same person who gave the cows ability to produce milk can make an ocean of milk without a single cow. And then Krishna said, wow, but who is that person, Mother? And then Yashoda said, oh, that is the Supreme Lord. And He can do anything. He's able to do anything. Even to produce an ocean of milk without a single cow. And Krishna said, but can we see Him? No, we can't see Him. He's invisible to our eyes. But at the same time, He is everywhere. Oh, Krishna was listening to all that explanation from Yashoda, and he was getting sleepy. And then he fell asleep. Then Yashoda took him and put him inside and in the room, and Krishna was sleeping. Next morning, Yashoda woke him up. But he's grumpy. He's angry. Why? He said, Mother, last night you cheated me. Last night I supposed to eat very nice and fresh sweet butter, but you begin telling so many stories. I fell asleep, I slept hungry. Then Yashoda say, oh, you slept hungry. Then who stole the butter? Krishna said, butter? I didn't steal any butter. Say, yes, I made very fresh butter and now this butter is not there. And Krishna say, I don't know anything about it. Yashoda say, really? And what about this butter around your mouth like this? And this butter in your hands? Then Krishna say, oh, is it the evidence you have that I have stolen the butter just by saying this? Yashoda say, yes, of course. And then Krishna, he took some butter and he applied on Yashoda's mouth and said, you see, now I have evidence that you have stolen the butter. Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Now, in another occasion, Yashoda, she accused Krishna of stealing butter. And then she was very serious. She was very angry. And she said, Krishna, you have stolen butter. This is very bad. And Krishna said, Mother, I haven't stolen butter. And then Yashoda said, yes, I know you have. But Krishna said, Mother, look, every day in the morning you send me for cow grazing. I go to Madhuvan with my friends. In the evening, in the afternoon, we come back. Then I eat at home. Then I go to sleep. If I have taken anything outside, I should not be hungry at home. But I always come very hungry. Huh? So how can you accuse me like this? And then Krishna, he began to cry. I am very tired. I am working the whole day. And still you are accusing me of being a thief? How can you be so cruel, Krishna said? I am no longer your son. And I will not live in this home anymore. Oh my God. Krishna has threw a bomb in Yashoda's heart. Then Yashoda, she very quick became very soft. By hearing Krishna's threat that he may leave this home, it was just like her life was coming out of her heart. And then she said, Krishna, maybe it was a mistake. Perhaps the neighbors they have seen, they saw someone else and they mistake by being you. But then she thought to herself, let me play a trick with him. Let me play a trick with him to find out if he's telling the truth or not. So then what she did, she covered her face and she began to sob. Oh, my son, I am very sorry. I was wrong. The neighbors, they complain about you. Therefore, I thought it was actually you who have stolen the butter, who have broken the pots and everything, oh, I'm very sorry, Krishna, I'm very sorry. Immediately, by seeing mother crying, now Krishna's heart became soft. And then Krishna saying, Mother, Mother, please don't cry. Don't cry, Mother. I confess, I stole butter, Mother. Then Yashoda saying, No, 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 you haven't. My darling, I forgive you. Please, you forgive me for accusing you. I know you are innocent. And Krishna saying, Mother, no, no, Mother. I am telling you the truth. I stole butter. I stole, please. Don't cry. Don't cry. And then Yashoda saying, No, you didn't. And Krishna saying, No, I did. No, you didn't. No, I did. And then she just opened her, her face. She removes her hand. And then Krishna realized, oh, mother is tricking me. Then both of them laughing, she embraced him. And then with so much tears flowing from her eyes, she's kissing him and saying, oh Krishna, I know you didn't steal. And then Krishna embraces her very tight and kisses her cheek and whisper in her ears, yes mother, I stole butter. This is a nice one. One morning, Yashoda, as usual, she wakes Krishna, wake Krishna up, and she bring very soft, and sweet butter mixed with mishri, makhan and mishri, and then she always give him. But that very morning, before giving him butter, Yashoda says, hey Krishna, wake up. It's already late. And your father told that today you have to study a little bit before you come out. Then Krishna says, Mother, I'm very hungry. How can I study an empty stomach? Give me some butter. Then Yashoda says, no, you have to study first. Otherwise, I know how this will end. You find many excuses and you will not study. Krishna says, Mother, what is the use of studying? Why should I study? He said, yes, you should study so that you gain knowledge. Mother, what I will study? You study the scriptures, of course. But Mother, what is the benefit of studying the scriptures? He said, you will achieve jnana. Say, Mother, what is the benefit of achieving jnana? Oh, you get mukti. Say, Mother, what is the meaning of getting mukti? Say, mukti means you will be in Brahma. You'll be completely absorbed in the transcendental bliss of Brahma. Krishna said, wow, it sounds nice. But Mother, will you be there also with me in Brahma? And Yashoda said, no, Krishna, I won't be there with you in Brahma. Then, for sure, Baba will be there with me in Brahma. He said, no, also he will not be. Then my friends will be, right? No, your friends also. But who will be with me in Brahma? Yashoda said, no, Krishna, you'll be alone, only you and Brahma. There will be no need for anything else, for anyone else. Krishna said, oh, I don't want to go to Brahma. I don't want to be alone. So I will not study. You just give my butter and I am happy here. Go, Premanandi. So why you want mukti? Those who are searching for mukti, they will not have association with anyone. They will just be bored, sitting in the samadhi of Brahma. What is the use of that? We should always desire to be in association of the pure devotees of the Nityasiddha Parikaras of Krishna, the eternal associates of Krishna and Vrindavan. Finding so many ways to arrange conflicts, then rasa can manifest. This is bhakti. If you go to the realm of mukti, of Brahman, then no rasa, no conflict, nothing. Just a blank, completely what? Completely void existence. No rasa, no love, nothing else. So, now short ones, okay? Short ones. One day Krishna, he was going to steal butter from his own house. So he came to the room where butter was kept. And you know, the pillars of Nanda Bhavan are very beautiful, very polished, and they're like mirrors. So there was a pot of butter in front of one pillar in the kitchen. So Krishna, he very swiftly, he walked there, he crawled there, and as he climbed in the pot, on the pot, he began to put his hand, and when he took a lump of butter out of that pot, he saw his reflection, but he did not realize that it was himself. When he saw that reflection, he said, "Shh, don't say anything. If you don't say anything, I will share with you this butter. Otherwise, mother will come and will catch us. So don't say anything." So while Krishna was, talking to his own reflection like this, Yashoda, she's hearing something. And then she's coming slowly. And she's watching what is going on. Then she finds Krishna with the hand inside of the butter pot, talking to his own reflection. And she's like, "Oh, this boy is very naughty." Then she approaches and says, hey, I caught you, red-handed. You say, mother, not my fault. This boy, he's very greedy, and he came to steal butter, but I'm telling him, don't steal mother's butter. Yashoda say, "Oh, you are very clever, Krishna." See, I'm not clever. I'm preventing. He is the thief. He is the thief. Another time, Krishna, he entered in a gopi's house to steal butter. And he was with both hands inside of the pot, taking the butter out. Then, at that very moment, the gopi caught him. And would say, "I caught you, you're a thief." Krishna said, "No, I'm not a thief." "No? Why with your both hands inside of the butter pot?" He said, No. Gopi, you don't understand. You know what happened? This morning, my mother gave me 2 new ruby bangles. And as I was on the sun grazing the cows, it became very hot. It was burning my hand. I could not remove it. So quickly I put my hand in the butter pot to cool it down. And I said, "Oh, I know very well what you want to cool down." Then they say, "Hey Gopi, please, don't chastise me. I'm not stealing your butter." He said, "You are. Don't give such type of excuses. I will take you to your mother right now." So then, as they arrived in Jashoda's house, then the Gopi say, "I caught him stealing butter in my house. Red-handed. You see his hand full of butter, everything." Krishna say, "Mother, she is lying. I was just cooling my hands because you gave me these ruby bangles that became hot with the sun. So, mother, please, don't believe her." Then Jashoda takes him, said, "Of course, my darling, of course. You never steal butter. You have the best butter at home. Why you should go somewhere else? Let me see your hand. Let me remove these bangles so that you not get burned again." So this is some of very sweet pastimes of Krishna, stealing butter. Gaur Pramanande Hari Hari Vo Vancha Kalpatarvyascha Kripa Sindhubhe Vacha Patitanam Pavanibhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha. So I hope that we'll be discussing in coming days also more wonderful pastimes. Tomorrow, I want to discuss some nice pastimes. And day after tomorrow, this will be Nishin Chaturdasi, right? Then Friday, we also have, I want to give Friday this seminar about karma. Then Saturday, I think there is a program with outside people, right? So that to speak about yoga and other things, mantra, right? Then on Sunday, it will be last day. Sunday, I want to speak the coronation of Srimati Radhika pastime. Very nice pastime about Radha's coronation, right? So then Monday, I will be leaving in the morning. Gaur Pramanande, Hari Hari Bo, Vanchaka Patra Vishakripa, Sindhu Devacha, Patitanam Pavanibhyo, Vaishnavibhyo, Namo. We do Arati or not?
You know how to stop it? No?
No.
Nothing's coming here. Wait, here maybe. Wait. No, maybe only this one here?
Or direct.
No,
No, press the other. Oh yeah, on this. Oh yeah.